Hello, how is everyone? We are all making a big mistake, us adults as well as children. We are comparing. This is the mistake that we are making. We have this problem with comparing ourselves with others to be better than, to have more than. But if it's not what we really want, we are doing it only to have more than, to be better than others, then it won't work out. We could have more, we could be better than, we could be more successful than, but we won't be happy because it's not our passion. We are not doing the thing that we really want. We parents don't have the bravery to do something, to follow our dreams, to follow our passions. We are always looking for excuses why we can't do it. But we want from our children to do something better than us. For example, we send the child to do dance when he likes painting, or when they are growing up, they want to be drivers, but we tell them, no, you have to be a doctor, an architect, an engineer. We want from them things that we think is going to make them happy, or to have more money, or to have success. Maybe you have noticed that sometimes we tell our kids about another child. How smart is that child? How beautiful he draws? How good is he in school? Look, he got good grades. Comparing them hurts the child. We are forgetting that children can change Later, if he was weak in childhood, he can be stronger later in life. But the memories of being told you are not good as another child stays with the child into adult life. It is very easy to say things like, you should do like X, you should be like X. We hear on the news so many people are going to counseling. They have personality problems, and this is caused by the experiences they had in childhood. Traumas of childhood. Every time when we hear this word trauma, we are thinking something very bad, like abuse, violence, but criticism, rejection, comparison, they are also traumas. How? How many of us adults don't suffer of low self-esteem, of low confidence? How many of us don't know how to face the ups and downs of life, and we start to take tablets for stress? Every time in childhood when we were criticized, compared, judged, of course, our parents didn't do this with a bad intention. It was one the other way around. They did it just because they thought it would be good for us. So every time when we were receiving criticism, judgment, comparison, it was like a mark, a dark mark inside of us. So every time when we were receiving critics, judgment, it was like a dark mark. So why are we comparing ourselves with others? Have you ever thought why? Why? Because we are all different, and we know this. We have different passions, we have different dreams, but we are still comparing ourselves. When we were small, we couldn't react because we didn't know how to express how we felt, that it was hurting us, the criticism, the comparison. We know that what we are doing with our children is not anything wrong, but how many of us don't have fear of being criticized, being rejected, or fear what people will say about us? So we need to be more aware of what is that our child likes, what is he good at, and help him to become better, to grow, to have a happy childhood. If the child won't hear criticism, comparison, he won't know about all these things. then in his when he grows up, he won't suffer when someone tries to compare him. But on the other side, if during childhood he was always compared to other children, then when he will grow up later in life, he will suffer every time when someone will try to compare his job, to make him feel less inferior. And every time when this will happen, he will lose his confidence. So we need to teach children to respect his talent, to not compare himself with others, to help him to become better, to grow his talent, to help him to live a happy life. And this is one of the things that I'm doing in my coaching program. I teach children to respect their talent, not to see talent as being better than or worse than someone else's talent. Remind them that we all have a special gift, which is beneficial for the world. It doesn't matter what it is, that gift. As with everything in life, we need to decide, to choose if we want to keep comparing ourselves with others or not. But if we choose to compare ourselves, all what we are doing is to prolong, to make our suffer longer. If we are looking to compare with others, to have what others have, to do what others are doing, then what this means? That we are not accepting ourselves the way we are, and we will live someone else's life. A lot of us are sensitive and afraid of criticism, of judgment. But do you know why? Have you ever asked it why some people are not doing something for their dreams? Why they don't go for their dreams? Why they don't have the bravery? Why they are so weak? Why they are so sensitive? Because we were compared, criticized from childhood, and we carry all those lessons with us. And we are doing what we have been taught. But when we are doing this comparison, we are not doing in a good sense, in a way that to help a person by asking how can I help that person. Or maybe let's say you try to help someone, but still you are thinking why he can do it. It's because we don't understand ourselves first of all. We don't understand why we are afraid of criticism, of rejection. And another aspect, it will be every time when we compare, criticize, we become tougher persons. We lose our sensitivity to other people. And we keep our minds busy with unimportant things, negative thoughts. So the sad part it is that maybe a lot of people knows these things, but we are still doing it, even if we know that it hurts. What we don't know is that every time when we compare our child, our brothers or whatever, we see the exterior, but we don't see what happens in interior. So why a lot of people are quitting their dreams to go for their dreams, keep doing what they like, looking for the reasons why I can't do it. Because I don't have enough money, I'm too old, when I will have this, I will do it. Why? It's because we are afraid of criticism, rejection, judgment of what people say. Can you see how the experiences from childhood is affecting us? That is why we must not repeat the same things with our children. Do not kill their trust in themselves. Support them in whatever they want to do. Support them in their passion. Help them to become stronger. If they are sensitive, do not compare them, because if we are doing this, what we do is to help them to get more sensitive. This is parenting. Let me ask you a question. Which of the following will help you to be more confident, to have better results in your life. Criticism, comparison, rejection, punishment, or support, love, guidance, protection. When you can answer this question, then the answer will be the one that we all should do for our children. To support them, to love them, give them guidance, and protect them. Thank you very much for watching this video, and hopefully it was helpful.